It's always interesting. You know, Marty started the night talking about these three guys, and if he had a daughter, it's always interesting hypothetically when someone doesn't have a daughter, they let him date one of these guys. But the people that do have a daughter, they don't say those things. So, but Marty gives me a pass on some of my ways to express myself. So, me and Marty, we're good. And talking about, you know, guys always talk about no mom jokes. So when Ryan said that, I have a tough time when my wife explains that I'm the last person in the room to get angry, then I'm the last person to get over it. So I stay the course for a long time, but when I blow, it just kind of comes out. It just kind of comes out. So I trust Ryan that I did say that, so I'm going to own my behavior there. And I haven't seen Ryan's mother play basketball. So that is not fair. I was only guessing that she didn't have very good lateral quickness. And I apologize for saying that. But I was talking in a walkthrough at Indiana about Ryan not boxing out Austin Thornton the game before, because you go through a walkthrough and you can say they're going to go from A to B and C. And it's good to know this, and it's good to know the play. But when the shot goes up, it'd be nice if you boxed out Austin Thornton. And once again, I kind of lost it at that time and trying to get my point across. But maybe I'm talking about a different situation than he is. But I do have film of Ryan not boxing out Austin Thornton if anybody needs it. I do know that happened. So I love the shooting. I wasn't a big fan sometimes of the box outs. Lewis, it cost me my phone, which was $400 or $500, and the time you don't think about it and it's in your hand. Lou got a little bit of trouble, and Lou he was looking at me like I was crazy. And he had that look on his face, and I felt, poor Zinda Jackson. She's been getting looked at by this young man for 18 years. And so once again, I blew a gasket, and I threw my phone against the chalkboard, and we broke the phone. But I think I got my point across that Lou was staying. But I will say this, when something goes down, you need those parents on your side. And she was right there, because now it's a tough decision. Lou's like, I'm not going to Maymester. I'm like, well, then you're not on this team. And so you're just kind of looking at each other like a couple of dogs, just kind of looking at each other. It's like, I'm just telling you what's going on. I've put my chips in the middle, and I bet you this happens. You know, you're in Maymester, you're not on this team, and then, and you call a mom and you say, here's the deal, here's what's going on. I support you, coach, and that's why you have someone graduating here in May and being successful, because you have that. I did lose my mind and say, you need to rehab on the top of the stairs. I don't know where it came from, but I did say I did. I was wanting him, here's my point, because it kind of looks a little, I knew he was fighting, and I knew he was injured, and I wanted him to mentally be hooked up when that game started. And you can't control that you're hurt, but mentally you can be focused, and he was having breakdowns in the game that had nothing to do with his injury. And so I've been trying to get that point across, and I was just trying to make sure that point got across, that the mind is something that can be a lot stronger than the body. And I think we got it across. I think it worked out. And when Coach Owens is saying he's got to feel you, he's not saying you got to touch him. He's just saying, feel your presence. Feel your presence. So that's all it is. Lou sometimes doesn't realize that when he gets on top of those guys and guards and doesn't have to touch them, that it bothers him. So, and Rob was right. They were the worst group of seniors that night at Penn State. So I am 99% in with this group of seniors. So I want to introduce my wife, Jerry, and our youngest daughter, Emma. They came from Emma's basketball game, so I appreciate them. Appreciate all that they do for me and for our program. We are going to now do the awards, and I appreciate everybody's patience here. We do not